HSN. How'd you sleep today? Or how'd you feel today? Did you have that I got up on the wrong side of the bed feel? Well, change your mattress, change your sleep, change your life. I'm serious about that because I think we could all agree, no matter whether you're Googling the world or not, sleep is the cornerstone and the foundation, frankly, to a better life. Well, we've got our Better Mattress, the #1 brand in America, and we've got it for the best quality, the best price, and your last couple hours. You ready? One of your final opportunities on our best value of the day. Well, I'm just grateful that we have any of these remaining. I have to say, this from our #1 brand, truly for America's #1 brand, with over a 100-year-old legacy, all of the top features, whether it's targeted support in a way that no one else does, whether it's this dynamic response coil design, beautifully built right here in America with the top features that you demand and that you should expect. The only today's special for the year. We have waited for this. I mark my calendar by this. If it's time to upgrade your sleep system, you are upgrading your life. It's so funny because we think about upgrading our cell phones and we think about upgrading our computers, but tonight is the night that we're gonna upgrade the quality of your sleep forever. All you have to do is choose, again, only chance for the year, only here through the Sealy website and HSN for today and today only, with that amazing direct delivery for you. You choose it as a whole system, which quite frankly, I don't know why you wouldn't do that, because you would never put bald tires or, great tires or, weather-worn tires on a brand new Mercedes. You want that foundation. But we understand it's all about choices. If you have an adjustable bed, you can choose either. So I think, Kevin, we'll start with the choice on the mattress only. Is that correct? So you can choose it without the foundation, which again, if you have an adjustable bed and you're just thinking, I just need the mattress, I'm gonna recommend the whole shebango, because you want that whole dynamic system. Now, Kevin, if we could just, I think on the twin, is that completely gone? Okay. Okay, twin, it's last call. Full is gone. The queen, we do have a few, probably a couple, okay, 4 dozen. See here, I was thinking it was better than that. Well, 4 dozen if you can get that queen. And then we also have the king and the California king. And Kevin, how are we situated with the mattress only on that point? A few in the king. 5 dozen. Okay, so any way you stack it, the mattress only, we are now looking at basically the dozens or just a handful. And I do know for a fact those are the final quantities. But the good news is, if you are going to upgrade your mattress, you want the whole system, because the DNA of this brand is to really transform how you sleep from the very first night. So you really want to make sure that you're supported in the best way possible. And this is the ultimate way to do it, because basically it's almost like a buy one, get the foundation virtually for free based on this kind of exclusive pricing and this top and the highest quality dynamic design only for you and only for the next couple of hours. On the twin set, Kevin, how are we doing in terms of quantity there? It's so funny. It's like I'm at the bakery and I've got a dozen remaining. All right, we got a dozen remaining on the twin set. On the full set, we have 90, okay, a little bit better there, so fewer than 100. On the queen set, we have 500. That's always our most popular choice. So the good news is I should say many of you are going to choose that queen set. So we have about 500 only. And then on the king or the California king, the final 100. So that comparable retail value, again, you are looking at hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of dollars off. In addition to our 5 flex pay and that free in-home delivery or the delivery included, as a special incentive to our HSN card holders, we are doing 18-month VIP financing on this. So yes, you do have our unconditional 30-day return policy, but with 18 months to pay as you go to, when I say change your sleep, change your life, do it in one fell swoop. And that's why I cannot recommend what I call the full shebanga. The full enchilada. I'm gonna recommend that you do that whole makeover to your sleep or your sleep system with the foundation as well. Well, Brian, for decades, this is not his first rodeo when it comes to improving the quality of people's sleep. Brian, welcome back. It's always a treat to have you here. You're always so informational and informative, and you know your stuff.
Hi.
I mean, we're talking about #1 brand in America, the most trusted brand in America. Really features that. It's funny when people bandy about the descriptive phrase Posturepedic. You know, people just think that's like a generic term. It's not.
That's true.
It's a specific. There's a science behind sleep that this amazing company has developed, and we're delighted that you can share it with us. So, Brian, it's a kind of fun to kick the tires and look under the hood, because there is a lot of science at work here, let alone the 10-year warranty and #1 brand in America and most trusted brand. I've got a little visual aid. Would you like to start there?
Sure. In terms of the history on Sealy, I wanted to touch on that because you were talking about how Posturepedic Technology is something that a lot of people just think is a generic name, but there's actually a real problem-solving story behind it. Back in 1950, the Sealy engineers were trying to figure out how to make a better product last longer, and they noticed that over time a bed would get a general kind of sagging in the middle. And the people who were sleeping on those beds over time would, start to have a little bit of an issue with their alignment and maybe a sore back and stiffness or whatever. And the Sealy engineers decided to consult with the medical community and orthopedic surgeons. And the question was, how do we get a bed to last longer and not have that sag in the middle, reflecting some misalignment at night for folks? And the orthopedic surgeons would say, hey, you know what? There's something you can't ignore. All of our bodies carry 50% of the weight in that middle third of our bodies. So if you could figure out how to make a mattress that will support better that middle third of the body and make the mattress still feel the same from head to toe, you've got a great idea. If you can figure that out, that's how you're going to do it. And so what we ended up doing was creating what was called Posturepedic Technology. We wanted to keep somebody's posture correct in the middle third where our bodies need it most. And so imagine like a targeted band of extra support just going right over the center of this mattress. That's what Posturepedic Technology originally was, and that's what it still is. More support, zoned, targeted in the mattress where you need it the most. That's basically all it came down to. And over the years, we've been doing Posturepedic Technology in a bunch of different ways, and it gets more efficient every year. Right now, I'm going to point out to you where the Posturepedic Technology actually is. There's a layer. I don't know if you could see it. You can probably see it on yours better, Shannon. There's in the quilt part, there's a blue layer of foam on the bottom of the quilt. It's a dense layer of gel memory foam. That is one layer that is going across the middle, say between the handles, all the way across. It's targeted towards the middle. Then the thing that we also do on the Posturepedic Plus, which is this model here, the extra thing that we do, we put that same support right beneath the fabric. You see where the cover is on the top? There's another blue layer on the top. That's a second layer, but it's not just going in the middle of the mattress. It's covering the entire mattress from head to toe. So it's kind of like a double injection, if you will, of extra support, but it also gives you extra comfort as well. So that's what Posturepedic Technology really is. Putting an extra bit of support in the middle third of the mattress so your alignment stays better. It's pretty simple.
Well, I mean, it's genius. And as we dissect these layers, the big thing I have to stress is with hundreds of you in the various forms of ordering, when we give those quantity updates, please remember those are for the rest of the year in addition to those being for the rest of this show. Of course, pricing expires at 12 midnight, but I realize a mattress is a considered purchase, but chances are you know you know who you are. You've either been thinking about a mattress or you just can't put your finger on it. Why did you wake up with that headache? Why did you wake up with that backache? Why did you go to bed with that backache and it seemed to be worse after hopefully 8 hours of sleep? Have you been getting what you perceive to be your 8 hours of sleep, but you still don't feel rested? When's the last time you got a mattress? If you can't remember, oh, you are far overdue. And quite frankly, listen, I realize mattresses, it's easy for us to get penny wise and pound foolish, but for most of us, we're keeping our mattresses a lot longer than that recommended 7 to 10 years. I'm embarrassed to say I've had my mattress for about 20 years. And Brian, I am not alone in this club when I'm a woman of a certain age, and I certainly enjoy doing my kitchen shows. So it's nice to know that I'm getting that Posturepedic support on that middle portion, that middle third of the body where we carry and distribute our weight, and that's whether you've gained weight or lost weight. But you're getting it in a way that no other company in the world does, and quite frankly, you are getting their cream of the crop. This is the best of the best. It is exclusive right here, right now, and at the Sealy website, although I will tell you, the quantities that we're talking about, remember, are the quantities for the rest of the year, because this is the only today's special. It is 5 flex pay. It is, you know, free in-home delivery. That's a customized delivery. They call you, is today convenient, et cetera, et cetera. So they work around your schedule, and then you can really customize it around that with your conversation with those delivery experts. But the other thing about this is with that 18-month VIP financing, we're mindful of everybody's budget, and that really allows you to take this for a sleep guarantee. Of course, we've got our 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. But when I keep saying upgrade your sleep, upgrade your life, it's absolutely true. So Brian, that's a great launching off point to really get us into the meat and potatoes. And just as a reminder, with those quantities, now the mattress only is, for all intents and purposes, virtually sold out. So twin, it's last call, full is gone. Queen, we have literally like a dozen, something like that. And then the California King, same thing. But we really have what you should be considering tonight. First of all, you should be considering this mattress. But when I keep saying you would never put bald tires on a brand new Mercedes, or if you're fortunate to drive maybe an electric car or a Tesla, you know, with the cost of gas going up, I mean, you wouldn't put bald tires on your Tesla. Well, you want that full mattress makeover. So on that mattress makeover, and if we could just go back to that graphic real quickly, on the twin virtually gone, on the full virtually gone, the queen we said, Kevin, fewer than 500, last 500 there, and then the King, California King, the last 100. So Brian, let's continue to back things up and continue with the education, which I love, because certainly when you go into a mattress store, I mean, there are always well-trained representatives, but sometimes you feel a little, you're not quite sure if you're getting the full picture. And we do understand, even though it's the best price, best quality, the cream of the crop, the best in features, we still want to get an idea or a really good roundabout of information about why it's the best. So should we now kind of move down? I look at this coil system, and so we've got a nice little base here in the coil. Should we start there and then kind of start migrating our way back up again?
Sure, that's fine. That bottom layer that's really below the coils. Well, you got it there. Okay. So that bottom layer is basically an inch and a half of what's called Sealy Support Firm Foam. It has multiple jobs. One of them is to stabilize everything on top of it. It's a stabilizer. So it's a flat base that is meeting the foundation, which is another flat surface. It gives stabilization. In addition to that, as you use a mattress, energy is transformed from the foam into the coils, and some of that energy needs to be diverted somewhere, and that firm foam actually helps be a shock absorber so that the coils will last longer and so that there is more durability and better performance over a longer period of time. So that's what that firm foam does. Now, right above it, let's take a look at the coil that you're looking at that's right next to it, or right above it. We call it the Response Pro HD. Well, the reason why we call it Response is because those coils are actually hourglass shaped. And their job is to sense and to respond to different weights and shapes that the body has from head to toe. Our shape and our weight is not the same from the top of our head to the top of our shoulders. It's not the same from the top of our shoulders to our midline. It's not the same from our hips to our knees. So it has to sense and respond to whatever you're giving it. Does that make sense, what I just said? Does that make sense to you?
Yeah. But, you know, I think,
okay, good.
I think it bears repeating because we've also got some additional support on that coil system, which of course is really instrumental or foundational, if you will, to the brand, because I guess we could say not all coils are created alike, right?
No, correct. And that the hourglass shape that I mentioned, if we took that little material off of it, I have two loose ones right here. If you take it off, basically what the hourglass shape promotes is a soft top. Okay, so as the coil, as you use the coil and you lay on it, it gives readily for comfort, but as you need more support and push down on it, the more it supports you. We call it progressively supportive. Or there's two stages, a comfort stage and a support stage. We call it dual stage. So we also individually encase each one of those in this stretchable fabric. And the reason why we do it is to make each coil independent of the next one, so that when you are lying on your side of the mattress, you're only utilizing the coils that are sensing and responding to you specifically. It doesn't transfer any movement or any motion to the partner. So as you're doing that, look at any other portion of that coil unit, it's not moving. That's what we like to determine that I'll say it this way. One of the things that disturbs sleep is movement from a partner. And just by doing this, one of the things that disturbs your sleep is off the table.
And it's like that game Whack-A-Mole.
Oh, yeah. I never thought about that.
It's like one
funny.
goes down, but it's not like another one pops up. Also, Brian, I'm going to tip it. Mark, what's the easiest? Should I tip it forward, or do we also have, I just wanted everybody to see the difference in what we've got around the border. Brian, do you want to speak to that? And then we can dissect those layers as well. But
You bet.
What am I looking
Absolutely.
at here? Because I'm seeing a differential in the size of the coil. What's the significance of that?
Yes, you are. Well, those coils go all the way around the perimeter of the mattress. Okay, it's a specific edge coil, and it's called the Duraflex Pro Edge coil. If you look at the material that is surrounding each coil, independently encasing it, notice that there's little perforations in it.
Yep, right.
Do you see those little holes there?
Yeah.
Basically, what that's there for is to help ventilate any warmth or any heat that's going through the mattress to keep it cool and to keep it fresh. So it has some ventilation. But the most important thing that those coils do is basically help someone who is huddled near the edge of the mattress. If someone is sleeping with a very active sleeper that has a lot of motion and they're going on and on and on, and they're moving all night long, disturbing that person, even though this is the foot of the bed, I'm going to go ahead and lie on it. Let's pretend it's one of the side edges. And let's say you're one of those people who is huddled on the 18 inches near the edge. Well, that Duraflex Pro Edge is designed to keep your body completely supported without any effort. In essence, there's a different type of support out there for an edge, and it's normally just a foam edge, and that foam edge tends to promote rolling or leaning. So that person, if they're on a foam edge, they would actually be tensing and flexing, and they really can never relax and sleep. But with the Duraflex Pro, it holds you completely firm so that there's no struggle to stay in the mattress. It actually has zero roll. In fact, I'm going to take it to an extreme. I'm going to keep going until, a significant part of my body is being pulled by gravity. So my arm, my elbow, my knees, up to my thigh, I've got about, say, 18 inches or so hanging off the mattress. I'm not struggling at all. Not a bit. It's holding me nice and firm.
Well, I have to say, that's quite an acrobatic feat right there, Brian.
Oh, well, thanks. You know, I appreciate that.
But
It's not me. It wasn't me. It's the Duraflex Pro Edge. That's what did it. You know, that is probably one of the greatest things about this mattress, that it can actually help solve a problem that somebody at home I know is going through. And I call it one rude sleeper and one polite sleeper. You know, the polite sleeper is that poor person just hanging on for dear life. Well, you know what's fortunate about it is, not only can we do something for the person that's near the edge, but we could do something for the person who is tossing and turning and making all that commotion, forcing that person to the edge. And we do it with the Response Pro HD coil that individualizes support, gives them a low pressure initial surface with that coil. In other words, remember how I said it gives for comfort? What that really means is it creates a lower pressure sleeping surface. And what causes people to toss and turn and move around excessively is too much pressure onto their bodies. They're trying to move around the mattress. They're struggling to conform to the mattress. In reality, the mattress should conform to them. And that's what the Response Pro HD does. And also because the Duraflex Pro Edge coil is encased, it does the same thing. In fact, if somebody, you were talking earlier about, mattress only, how many mattress onlys you have. A lot of folks that are buying the mattress onlys are the people who already have adjustable bases.
yeah, you're right.
And that Duraflex Pro Edge, it articulates with an adjustable base far better than any other edge that's out there.
Excellent point. And also for someone like myself, whether you are incumbent on medical devices at night, whether it's your CPAP machine or dialysis machines, or if you just struggle with back and shoulder issues like I do, if it's something as simple as getting a little more support around the edge of the bed when you're trying to get out of bed and get your shoes and socks on, you're just trying to get that foot on the floor and you're trying to get out of bed, and you want that additional supportive measure to really kind of not only cradle you in comfort, but to give you that kind of security that you need, whether it's that support, like I said, getting out of bed, accessing things, putting your shoes on, just feeling kind of protected and yet at the same time feeling supported. You can't underestimate the value of that either. And speaking of value, with hundreds of you in the various forms of ordering, please understand this is America's #1 brand, America's most trusted brand. And we can't say any of those descriptive phrases unless they have been vetted and approved by our legal and our quality assurance team. So that's a big thing, because we realize there are a lot of choices when it comes to shopping. That's one of the reasons we appreciate you so much during April being our Customer Appreciation Month. So we do not take those things lightly here. Celia is not only America's #1 brand, they've been around for over 140 years, so they know what they're doing. And I think it's interesting, when you're successful in life, then people really kind of copy you. And that dynamic, responsive, progressive coil design with the additional support elements around the perimeter for someone like myself who does struggle with some medical challenges and concerns and really needs that, not necessarily because I'm trying to scoot away from a partner on the other side of the bed, but just, sometimes I have to get in and out of bed, have to take certain medications at certain times, et cetera, et cetera. It's just nice that you feel supported and you're not paying additionally for that. Because mattresses, I understand, are a considered purchase, but this is one area of your life you do not want to be penny wise and pound foolish. You just don't. And certainly, while I'm not saying a mattress is a medical device, listen, I don't need you to tell you, you're smart customers, you're my smart shoppers, you know very well that sleep is instrumental. It is foundational. It is cornerstone to your overall health and your mental well-being. And that's whether you do have particular physical challenges in life or you just want to have a better life, period. It all starts with the better mattress, and it all starts with better sleep. And we're gonna do it for you tonight with America's #1 brand, America's most trusted brand, and the exclusive opportunity on all of their top features. This is as cream of the crop, as deluxe as it gets. So as Brian said, if you already have an adjustable frame mattress, we do have a great one from South Street Loft. Maybe you've been seeing it in the corner of your screen. You can do the mattress only, although I will tell you that is virtually sold out at this point. The Queen is really the only one that I think we have, well, I say quantity, but I think that's still only Okay, only 3 dozen. I was gonna say that's only, you know, a couple dozen at best. But for most of us out there, again, you wouldn't put bald tires on that Tesla. You wouldn't put bald tires on that Mercedes. If you're gonna do it, and I hope you do it tonight, and if you were gonna do it, it's the only chance for the year, then you gotta remember tonight is your night. We've got 18-month VIP financing. We have the entire system. Now, in which case, the twin handful on the whole system with the foundation, I think, Kevin. I know the queen, okay, handful of the twin set, handful of the full set. Most of us, our most popular size on a mattress, whenever we're doing a today's special, is the queen set. But we've got fewer than 500 there, and then the king or the California king. And the comparable retail value is there as a guide, but just remember, this is only here, only today, only until 12 midnight, and of course at the Sealy website as well, but this is our only chance for the year. 5 flex pays, that free in-home delivery, customized around you. It's really lovely because they reach out to you and they just, they work around you and with you. They want to make it a fantastic experience. And this is a fantastic sleep system, especially if you're going for that foundation, if you're going for the set, which, yes, the mattress only is available, but that's, if you're gonna do it, I would really recommend doing that. So Brian, we've talked about support, we've talked about comfort, and what's interesting is I see a lot of gel here, and normally when people talk about gel, they talk about breathing, et cetera, et cetera. You do a lot of things with the ticking, with the cover, the type of gel that you use, and these other supportive elements. So can you speak to those two, please?
Sure, sure. I'd also like to kind of remind everybody that the values that you're talking about, every manufacturer has products that have a good, better, best type of categorization. To make it even more, I'll say, to add the cherry on top, this mattress is from Sealy's best collection. So everything I'm talking about is our best coil, it's our best foams, it's our best covers, it's our best edge support, it's our best base, it's our best everything. This is of the good, better, best. This is Sealy's best at prices that you've never ever seen. So when I talk about the components, we're saving all the best for what you have here tonight. So in terms of the different types of foams that are above the coil unit, let's go over them. Now, the next one that's right above the coils is a layer that is more of a firm foam. And if you're squeezing that foam and if you handle it, you kind of feel that it has some pushback to it. It's definitely a firm foam, and it's really integral in making this bed feel the way it does. If I was to describe the comfort of this level or the comfort of this mattress, it would be more in the medium range. And part of the reason why we do that is, I guess this is a very popular feel, probably Sealy's most popular feel. It's almost like Goldilocks and the Three Bears. This one's too soft, this one's too firm. Oh, this one just right. It's kind of in the middle, and it's very, it's widely popular, this feel. So an integral part is this firm foam. Now, this foam is also pre-compressed in its manufacturing process, so it also helps alleviate and minimize the chance of body impressions down the road. Now, in the quilt that's right above the Sealy Air firm foam are 3 different layers that you're looking at. Now, I want to talk about the one in the middle first. The one in the middle, now, if you feel that one, Shannon,
yeah,
notice it's totally the opposite of what the firm foam was below. It's almost kind of like a silky type of smooth, just hugs you. You can just feel that comfort, and it has those hills and peaks and valleys in it to actually help increase some breathability inside the surface of the mattress that you were talking about, some breathability. And this super soft foam and that firm foam below it combined make this brilliant medium feel that you have. And in terms of the feel as well, it's low pressure on the surface, but firm support below. And when you lie on this mattress, you could feel both of those at the same time. It's really quite amazing how you can feel 2 feels at the same time that give you 1 feel. It's really a great thing. Now, there's 2 different types of foam that are surrounding that one layer. And I alluded to them earlier. This is where the Posturepedic technology was born. And the Posturepedic technology in this mattress, the mattress has the extra support in the middle third. That's the bottom layer. Then the top layer is a bonus layer that goes not just in the center, but goes from head to toe. And it gives you extra support, but also extra comfort on the surface as well. In terms of the cover, just feel that cover. It's just so nice and smooth, and it's just got a great hand to it. It's just got a silky, nice, wonderful feel. And it's also a stretchable fabric. So in that stretchability that it has, that helps the sleeper have a lower pressure surface as well. If it was tacked down too tight, it would be a lot firmer and it wouldn't relieve pressure as well. So that stretchable, knit, breathable fabric is a fantastic way to start. Not only is it nice and supple and moves with the sleeper, but it also limits motion transfer because it only will move where that sleeper is. It also helps make motion to transfer a lot less from one sleeper to the other just because it's a stretchable fabric. And with this cover, to me, it's very amazing because there's a lot more to it. Its official name is called a Comfort Loft cover. And it also has something called Surface Guard. Surface Guard technology is basically an antibacterial treatment to the cover, and it promotes fungal resistance. It's antimicrobial, and it's mold and mildew free. In addition to that, there is a product added to it that is called Allergen Protect. And what Allergen Protect does is it helps the mattress not contribute to airborne allergens that are already in your home. In other words, this cover is a place where dust mites cannot colonize, multiply, they can't live or survive in it. Therefore, there's no dust mite dander being produced because this cover regulates it. So there's a lot of story just in that little bit of fabric right at the top. And it does a lot. It does quite a lot.
It does indeed. So at this point, we're about halfway through the presentation, and we do try to offer these expanded opportunities to just really digest the information, because certainly I realize it is still a considered purchase, even though the savings are absolutely monumental. I mean, they really are, in something that literally transforms your life. And I know that's a pretty broad statement and a pretty bold statement, but it is the truth. And whether you're talking to doctors or medical experts or beauty experts, because there might be something, with Bobby coming up at midnight. It's funny, whether we're talking about health, whether we're talking about your mental acuity, whether we're talking about just your personality, let alone your beauty secrets. All of those areas of our life are affected by our sleep. They just are. I think that's why that phrase that's bandied about, oh, she woke up on the wrong side of the bed, it's really true for a lot of reasons. So I often say, and I really do feel, I've been here for 26 years here at HSN, and I know Brian's been in the sleep industry for over 30 years. I've actually been in the television retailing industry for over 35, so it's not my first rodeo. So when I do say things in life are guided and you're watching this show for a reason, I really do fully and firmly believe you are watching this show for a reason. So even if a mattress wasn't on your radar, if you can't remember when you bought your mattress, or you just can't put your finger on it, why am I having more aches and pains? Why is my skin, why am I starting to look older? Why am I just creaking around a little bit more? Now, certainly we can't control the fountain of youth or the sands of time, but sleep has a big, big partnership in that, has a big, big partnership in your weight, has a big, big partnership in your immunity and just how you generally feel. I'm not saying a mattress is gonna cure or treat anything. However, you don't need me to tell you how important sleep is. So tonight is the night where we're gonna get you the best that Sealy does, the cream of the crop, the absolute best. We're gonna do it once a year and once a year only, from the ground up. All of the features that are instrumental in their top of the line, you're getting customized for you at a one-day only price. We're even going to do in-home delivery, in which case, remember, you still get that 30-day money-back guarantee. We have 18-month VIP financing. We also have 5-pay flex pay. You can choose it on the mattress only if you already have, say, an adjustable frame bed, or maybe you're just even upgrading from another Sealy. You like your foundation, but the truth is, when you're upgrading your mattress, you need to, in my own opinion, upgrade your whole performance and do that from the ground up with the foundation as well. It's Terrific Tuesdays where we do that VIP coupon code, and there's the information there if you want to take another $20 off. I mean, why not? Another 20 bucks doesn't hurt. But this pricing is only good now. So remember, you can choose it in, I think, Kevin, the only size that we have available on the mattress only is basically the California King and the Queen. Am I saying that correctly? Okay, so a couple dozen twin, a couple dozen queen, a couple dozen of the King, California King. Full is completely gone. And remember, that's for the rest of the year because this is your only chance for the year. Most of you are gravitating, as you should, to the mattress makeover system, as I've been calling it. The mattress makeover system, or the set, is also available. It is last call on the twin. It is, I think, probably last call on the full. So we do have okay, just a couple dozen of the full. Queen, fewer than 500, and then probably about 100 or so of the King or the California King. And that's all she wrote, as we would say in Minnesota. That's all she wrote. That's all there is, and there is for the rest of the year. So I'm gonna move to the mattress itself, just so that you can see how beautifully supportive it is. And the wonderful thing about this is, whether you are a side sleeper, whether you are a back sleeper, whether you're all of the above. I mean, with me, my sleep cycle, I'm just so grateful to get any sleep these days because I do have pressure points and I do have pain and discomfort. And candidly, Brian, that's part of the reason I don't sleep well during the night. It's also part of the reason that I'm not falling asleep very quickly. Sometimes people think, oh, I'm just a problem sleeper. The problem is probably your mattress. And this is, I think, a good time to talk about, yes, no transfer of motion. Yes, supportive, those wonderful natural cooling properties, that beautiful wicking material, that special dynamic design. If you're someone like me who really deals with allergies on a daily basis, again, it's not cure or treating allergies, but it's nice to know that here's a company, America's #1 brand and America's most trusted brand. They have thought of me and you and all of us watching this show. But Brian, when we get back to the overall design of this, it all comes together in concert to help my body out. Because, our brain does tell us, I heard you talking about this and it really kind of resonated with me. My brain is waking me up because I am feeling discomfort. I get that numbness or that tingling. Again, it's not curing or treating anything, but I will tell you, I'm the first one. I know that my mattress that I'm sleeping on now, because it's been 20 years, my mattress is to blame for a lot of the discomfort that I have at night and a lot of the discomfort that I have during the day. So let's talk about those pressure points and yes, the overall comfort, but how it may help someone like myself who is dealing with some sensitivity or redistribution of weight or something of those areas.
Well, your body will tell you what's going on. And you mentioned earlier about, sleeping on your side, and the brain will monitor, whether or not there's sensitivity in that shoulder or in your hip. And it tells you to get up and move to relieve that pressure. It does do that. The extreme case of how that works would be, don't put your hand on a hot burner. Okay, that's the extreme case. The brain says, take your hand off. Well, it does more subtle things too. It says, you know what? If your alignment isn't right, turn from one side. Let's say you're on your side and maybe your lower back isn't supported. So you go to your back. Well, then you're on your back for a while. And for some reason, you feel that your hips are still sinking. So you go to your tummy. Well, then your tummy is going, when you're on your tummy, you're saying, my back hurts too. It's wherever you go, wherever you move to, your body is literally screaming to you, saying, it's not you, it's this. It's not you. Change this, and it will help you sleep. So there's two things we want to get right. We want to get your alignment right, and we want to get your pressure relief right. And by alignment, if you have correct postural alignment, what it means is that your standing natural posture shouldn't change when it lies down, okay? And if somebody wakes up in the morning and they always have to get up and stretch their lower back or just kind of, do one of those things every morning just to kind of pop everything back into place, it means that it's been out of place all night. So for those folks that wake up with soreness or stiffness or pain in their lower back, ask yourself this question. Do I go to bed with the same back pain I wake up with? Because if you do, then that means it might be an injury that you can't do anything about. But if you wake up with back pain and don't go to bed with that back pain, it means that you were up in your natural standing alignment all day. The vertebrae was in line. It took pressure off of the discs in between each vertebrae, and the pain goes away until you come back home, go to bed, and what happens? You get back into a mattress that's not supporting your postural alignment, and the pain miraculously comes back. So if that's you, that's what this means to you is you've got Posturepedic Technology in the middle third of this mattress to help you maintain your postural alignment. But then we've got this Comfort Loft cover to reduce pressure off the surface. Then we have the foams below, the soft, supple foams below, reducing pressure. Then we have the Response Pro HD coil that's soft on the top, but progressively supportive as you need more support. So everything works in concert together to prevent things from disturbing you while you're sleeping. That's really the question you have to ask yourself when you buy a mattress. What's bothering me? What's keeping me from sleeping at night? What gets in the way of me sleeping through the night? Do I sneeze a lot? Well, you know what? Maybe you do. If you sneeze when you're sleeping, there could be some dander in your mattress, and it could be adding to the airborne allergens right next to you while you're sleeping. So the Allergen Protect would be something that would benefit you. Or if you are lacking support, well, then there's the Posturepedic Technology that'll help you. And then the progressively supportive Response Pro HD. Or if I'm rolling off the side of my mattress, you have your Duraflex Pro Edge. In fact, that Duraflex Pro Edge, let's say you're buying a queen size mattress, right? That's 60 inches from one side to the other. But if you have an edge that isn't supporting you, let's say about, maybe about 4 inches of foam or so on the side, on each side, and you're experiencing roll off, you bought a 60-inch wide mattress. But the problem is you're not getting a 60-inch sleeping surface because you're rolling off the side. So if that's you, what does the Duraflex Pro Edge mean to you? You're getting true edge-to-edge surface, a true edge-to-edge surface. So there's so many things in this mattress that work together. And like I mentioned before, this is the best of everything that we have. So Sealy's best of the best is carefully thought out to arrest all of those things that get in the way of you sleeping through the night. That's the goal, sleeping through the night, staying in one position longer and waking up refreshed. It's that simple.
It really is, and it's kind of like that adage, it's not just the quantity, meaning the number of hours that you're sleeping, it's the quality of the sleep. And sometimes, even if you're only getting a few hours of sleep a night, what's the quality like? Because that really is the center of what we're talking about. And remember, we have taken away any barriers toward your incentives to buy. It is Sealy. It is America's #1 brand. It is America's #1 trusted brand. This is their deluxe. It does not get any better than this. I mean, it's literally as if you went into a car dealership, and if money was no object, you just said, I want all of the upgrades. I want the leather seats. I want, the sports car trim. I want the alloy wheels. It's literally as if you went in and you said, I want all of the top features. But at the end of the day, a car you may keep 3 or 4 or 5 years, maybe 10 years. Sadly, we keep our mattresses for a lot longer than that. And think of how much money you spend even on your new cell phone. I mean, frankly, the phone that I used on a little video shoot before I got on the air was more than the mattress. I mean, and that's really kind of sad. And most of us keep our cell phones for what, 1 or 2 years? So Well, yes, I just want to put this in perspective. Yes, it might be a considered purchase, but just think about the things in life that we think nothing to discard after a year or two. And this is something that you literally live with and rely on to transform your day every single day. Best price, lowest price, only time of the year. In fact, there's only one more airing coming up with myself and Brian, but that's going to be an abbreviated presentation. So this is your last full expanded showcase where you can really kind of digest the information. I'm gonna recommend, if you want the mattress only though, you do need to select it now. So in sum total on that mattress only choice, we are in the dozens completely. We have fewer than 100 total. And that's with over 600 to start. But basically, if you're one of the next 90 people to call, distributed between the various sizes with the exception of the full, they're almost gone. So there are fewer than 100 total. Now on the complete mattress makeover, that would be the set, we have fewer than 600 total. So if you're just kind of doing your math, that's distributed between the various sizes. Although I will tell you the queen is the most popular size and we're looking at fewer than 500 there. Remember, everything is on 5 flexible payments. Everything, we do also have our 18-month VIP financing. If you already have an HSN card, you could apply and buy, in which case you could also take another $40 off on that first purchase, and why not? I say do it. But our VIP financing, in addition to that apply and buy promotion, are also open. And then remember, unlike when you're shopping in a traditional mattress store, we like to give you ample opportunity to digest and consider the information. And we're gonna do that delivery direct, which is, to me, paramount to why you should get it here at HSN. You don't have to worry about additional surcharges in most places. Certainly here in my part of St. Petersburg and Tampa, I would be charged in most cases a delivery from the store of choice, and sometimes there's an extended delivery on that where, you know, they may not even have the mattress of your desire in stock, but we do, well, at least until 12 midnight, that's the only time we're honoring this price. And it is included with your purchase. And then you can really customize that removal or, you know, moving the mattress, all of those things around you. They just are a wonderful team of experts that work with you and your schedule and your demands. And that is included as part of our purchase. And like I said, that is no small undertaking for me because I have a compact car and Lord only knows I have more trouble getting things to my storage locker or things to the recycling. And it's just, you know, our cars are our offices and our schools, and you know, whether it's car line and everything else, you don't worry about that. So no work, no worry, no hassles, but really not much more time with which to select this. So I do believe things in life are guided, and you are watching this show for a reason. Get the right mattress, get it at the right price, get the right name, get the right brand, and get it only for this show and only until 12 midnight. Remember, there is one more airing. It will be with Brian and myself in the 11 o'clock hour after we're doing coins. So we got a special edition, primetime edition of Coin Collector tonight, but that will be an abbreviated presentation of our mattress at the tail end of our Coin Collector tonight. So this was your last opportunity to really look and listen and learn and digest the information. Brian, I'd like to try this if we may. Can we do a Cliff's Notes version of the cutout of the mattress? Because we've only got a couple of minutes remaining. If you could just give me like a highlight reel, like a couple of bullet points on each layer, I'd love to just sort of circle the wagons, as I like to call it, and provide those bullet point details on the mattress layers. So I'm gonna do my best, you know, countdown clock so that we can summarize the top features. If it's okay, Brian, let's start at the bottom and let's move to the top to give the highlights if we can.
Okay, your 1.5-inch Sealy support firm foam down at the bottom is a stability foam. It's also one that absorbs some shock out of the coils over time so that the mattress will last longer. And it's a firm foam. And then you go up to the, let's see where you're going up to.
Yep,
oh,
coils.
okay, so
Yep.
now you have, okay, now you're at the coil level. And that is the Response Pro HD coil, which is hourglass shaped to promote a progressively supportive experience. It gives nicely at the top for comfort, but the more you put on, more pressure you put on it, the more it supports you. Thus the name progressively supportive or dual stage. a softer stage, and a supporting stage. Then above that, we've got the 1.5 inch of Sealy Cool Air gel foam, and that is that's there. Oh, I'm sorry, wrong one.
Oh.
I'm looking at the Sealy Sport Firm foam that's up on the top.
Oh,
that's
gotcha.
the one that helps dictate. Yeah, that one right there helps dictate or contribute to the medium firm feel, and it's also a pre-compressed layer. That means it's going to help minimize body impressions over the long haul.
Perfect.
And then the next one we have is the 1.5 inch Sealy Cool Air gel foam. The reason why we call it air gel foam, it's got a convoluted shape, the peaks and valleys in there that help air go through it. Now, right below it, you've got the Sealy Cool Gel Memory Foam, which is your Posturepedic technology, that denser layer of foam that goes right through the center third of the mattress, because our bodies carry 50% of our weight in the middle third, so we give the mattress more support where you need it more. Then as a bonus, we've got another layer of that, but it's not only placed in the middle third of the mattress. It's a full sheet of that foam from head to toe, giving extra support, but also extra comfort. Then at the very top, you got your Comfort Loft cover with Surface Guard technology. And I mentioned what that was. The Surface Guard technology is an antibacterial treatment, and it provides fungal resistance. It's also antimicrobial, and it also has Allergen Protect in it, which means that it will not promote airborne allergens being added to from your mattress. There's something else in that cover too I haven't even talked about yet, which we'll finish with it too, is that the Comfort Loft cover also has something called Sealy Chill in it. And what Sealy Chill is it's a high density thread that's actually woven into the cover. And whenever that density is higher, the higher the density is of anything, it actually promotes a cool surface. Here's the extreme case. If it was like, say, a room of normal temperature, let's say it was like 75 degrees in a room, and somebody brings in a slab of marble and they touch that marble, how does that marble feel? What's the surface feel? Does it feel like it's the room temperature, Shannon?
Well, no, are you kidding? In fact, it's funny you mentioned marble, because I did a charcuterie board on a marble tray before the show. Now the studio felt like it was 110. I wanted to just recline on the marble. It felt very cooling.
So it was, it was very cooling.
Yeah.
Well, marble is one of the densest stones that there are. So in nature, the denser that material is, the easier it pushes heat away from its surface. And that's what that high density thread does inside the Comfort Loft cover. And then the Comfort Loft cover itself is a highly stretchable knit cover, which reduces pressure on the surface. It moves with the sleeper, so it doesn't transfer motion to the other sleeper. Like I said earlier, everything that's in this bed is the best of the best of the best of what we have. And from the very bottom to the very top, you are buying the best Sealy Posturepedic program. That's why we call it Posturepedic Plus. It's not just a Posturepedic. It's a Posturepedic Plus Comfort Loft, plus the quilted knit cover with antibacterial treatment, plus the Sealy Cool Memory Foam, plus the center third Posturepedic technology, plus the extra layer of Posturepedic technology, plus the Response Pro HD, plus the Pro Edge. All of those things add up to one thing, the best that we have. And I think with the pricing that you're selling it at, it's an incredible deal.
It's funny, Brian, because thank you. I really appreciate that synopsis in that way, just because, and we're probably gonna have to do that a couple of times in our 11 o'clock hour, because just as a heads up for all of our customers, it's gonna be an abbreviated presentation. So we won't have as much of the luxury of time as we had with this one. So
I know.
It's hard, because I realize, we're talking about a considered purchase, but it is important that people understand the science of the sleep that Sealy has put into this. And what's interesting about you saying the Posturepedic Plus, again, that's not just a descriptor. A lot of people think they bandy that around like, you know, Kleenex and, you know, other things where it's just like, oh, it's all like the same thing. It's not. It is, it's a legally specific, but also a science of sleep descriptor. You are getting, hands down, the best sleep system that they offer. You just are. And you're getting it exclusively here for this show and only until 12 midnight. Now, Brian and I will be back. I've got coins coming up with Mike Mezak, but at the tail end of our coin collector show, we will be doing an abbreviated presentation, a much more, well, like I said, an abbreviated look at our best buy of the day before the stroke of midnight. I just can't recommend that you do it enough right now, though. If you want the choice with the mattress only, we now have, I think, fewer than 80 total. Am I? Okay. So King and California King only. So King and California King only. And remember, mattress only, virtually gone. There are fewer than 80. Most of us, and it only makes sense because you would never put bald tires on that Tesla, never put bald tires on that Mercedes, are doing the mattress system, or what's called the mattress set. It is the last call on the twin, the 5 dozen of the full, the queen. We've got a little over 400, about 450, so that's our best availability. And then the king and California King, oh, wow. We're looking at 7 dozen. So any way you stack it, you are only getting it here and at the Sealy website. And then, of course, we have that 18-month VIP financing. I know the delivery is included as part of your purchase, so you don't have to worry about getting a truck or a van or a friend or even bartering with that store. It's like, oh, you know, can you get me a discount on the shipping or can I still get it right away? Brian, it's really nice, though, because we are very proud of this partnership with Sealy. And it is a great partnership between HSN and your company to make sure that we're able to deliver the best features, but also for the best price, correct?
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. And what you just mentioned about the delivery being included and everything that you get with that delivery, how can you go wrong? How can you go wrong? It's made easy every step of the way. You just point and tell them, put it there. See the old one? Put it there. It's an easy, hands-off, beautiful system.
It is. It's a beautiful thing, and it's really hard to say no to this one tonight. And I certainly hope that people don't. I mean, I know how much I need a new mattress, and I know I've been listening and learning a lot throughout the day. And it's time for me to strike while the iron's hot too. And you're right, that delivery, that's kind of what pushes me, and I'm sure others over the top. It's like, don't say no to it tonight. Well, Brian, thank you.
Well, it's a large item. It's hard.
Right?
It's hard to deliver yourself, you know? And so that's why a lot of people don't do it, because it's like, oh, how are we going to get it home? Just like what you were saying. And it's, you know, that's the cherry on top.
It is a cherry on the top. Well said. Brian, thank you. We'll look forward to seeing you in our 11 o'clock hour for that final official look. But you know what? Every day starts a brand new Today's Special. When I'm done, and then you see Bobby at the stroke of midnight, that means it's time for another brand new best value of the day. I like this new thing that we're doing where we like to tease everybody. Now see, it's hard for me because secrets are not very well kept on my part, but I'll have what she's having. You wanna have what she's having? You like to reduce the look of pores, reduce the look of wrinkles, do it for the best price on something that is not going to be available in the future? Oh yeah, a little thing. Today's Special with Bobby. But we've got coins and more. Stay tuned.
Our HSN price is a great value that we bring to you every day. We work hard and have the buying power to make sure it's a value that you'll love. So go ahead, treat yourself with the confidence to buy now at the HSN price.
Home Paris on HSN.
Oh my goodness. The customer is everything. I appreciate her so much because I design product for her. Customers reach out to me all the time, but most importantly, when they call live, when I'm on air, it means